mindfulness system. And we're doing a year-long Sankalp, which is a strong resolve practice. To practice every day, at least 15 minutes, morning or evening. I offer drop-in sessions. The goal of this 1 year practice is basically, one, to help people build a consistent practice and to build a community of people together who want to practice, because there's so much information out there. We keep hopping from one mindfulness practice to the other, that focusing on practice itself, the time focused on practice is reduced, the time focused on collecting information is increased. So that is the goal of Sankalp. Today I'm here to share with you the feel rest technique of unified mindfulness. So unified mindfulness is a system with over 40 plus techniques. It was designed by Shinzen Young, who's an American uh, uh, meditator, and he presently is researching on a lot of elements of meditation and the brain. He works at the SEMA lab. He has something with Arizona University that he does. He's about 82, 83. He retired from teaching this year. So this is an honor to be able to teach the system that he's designed. Coming to just starting the session, I would invite everyone to just maintain a few minutes of silence so we can just get started. You can stretch up, settle in, lengthen your spine, relax your shoulders. And just keep your eyes closed. You don't need to do any type of practice, meditation. Just allow your body to settle into the place you're seated in. And just notice what it feels to just be. In this moment, you've chosen to be here, give your time here. Just see if your mind is exactly where your body is. And notice how it feels all over your body to be fully here. Now, as you continue to sit in silence, just reflect on these words. This is the only moment you're actually alive. You're experiencing life in real time, only now. What has happened before this moment, who you are, your problems, your family, your career. In this moment, it's a thought, it's a memory. Everything that's going to come after this moment is a thought. Your reality is you can hear my voice, you can feel your body on the chair, sensations on the body, hear sounds, feel your breath. Life that seems like a wave is actually happening in particles, moment by moment by moment. And all you need to do is manage this moment. Just reflect on that. Stay with that thought for a few seconds. Take a few slow and gentle breaths. Try to exhale longer than you inhale. And gently transition out. Welcome back, everyone. So if you'd like to unmute and share or just put it in the chat, how was the experience for you? Was it pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral? That would be wonderful. And did anything come up as I said, this is the only moment you're actually alive? And chat is good as well. I found it pleasantly calming. Yeah. Thank you, Nisha. Yeah. It's powerful because, you realize that actually we only have to manage what is in the now. That's the only responsibility we have. What is going to happen in the future, the past is not our responsibility right now, right? So that is the power of mindfulness. Sometimes somebody has mentioned reduced overwhelm, felt now when you directed. Yeah. And for some people this might also have felt unpleasant, it might also have felt neutral. It is all welcome. The reason I check in with you is because our idea of how mindfulness should be is that it has to always feel calm and peaceful. But just like how you go train in the gym, some days your workout will be bad, you will have pain all over the body, and some days it will be pleasant. And that's what is going to happen in the mindfulness practice. So someone else has written calmness and light goosebumps. Yeah, goosebumps all over the body. Yeah. Present is pleasant. Yes. So that's wonderful to hear. And a large number of you had pleasant experiences. So for anyone who didn't have, a lot of us stopped doing these practices because we think we are not doing it right. We think, oh, that's not the way it's supposed to be. So we stopped doing it because the way it is showcased is that if you're practicing mindfulness, you should forever be calm, peaceful, etc. But it is a journey, right? So to start off, mindfulness is a present moment awareness. It is an attentional skill. It might be a repetition for many of you about what mindfulness is, but it's always good to go back to basics. Mindfulness is present moment awareness. What is happening in the now? And it's an attentional skill. The entire process of mindfulness is training your attention to stay with experiences. And that's what we're going to learn to do. In today's technique, we focus on restful experiences. So the first technique was see, hear, feel. Those of you who didn't attend it, don't worry. You can still do this practice without knowing see, hear, feel. In see, hear, feel, we had broad focus. So we were going wherever our attention went. Our mind would go wherever and we'd stay with that experience, observe it for a few seconds, and that's how we build our attentional skills. In feel rest, we are focusing on the body and on relaxation in the body. So when I say the word relaxation, what comes up for you? How do you experience rest or relaxation in the body? And just unmute and share or chat, whatever works for you. Rest and relaxation, dropping everything, yes. In the body, how do you experience it? How do you know you're relaxed, you're rested? How do you know that?
Jaws
Yes.
actually drop down when my jaws are dropping, that time I feel relaxed.
Jaws are dropping, you feel relaxed. Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah.
Calmer breath.
Calmer breath feels relaxed. Yeah. Slow. When the breath slows down, it feels relaxed. Relaxed breathing. Yeah. Anything else? Calmness in the mind. Yes. Calmness in the mind, basically, where you're not having too many thoughts, might also be relaxing to the body. body stops feeling heavy or stiff. Yes, when you notice the tightness in the body is melting away, that also can feel relaxed. Body
And,
loosens up. Yes,
and Preeti, when I feel when I'm relaxed and this thing, then you realize that you find solutions. You realize things are just in front of you. It's so easy.
yeah.
I mean, why didn't I not notice you feel everything is in flow when
Yeah.
you're in that
Yeah.
uh,
So,
space.
so the beauty is, if you've seen a turtle, right? We become like a turtle when we are stressed. It's like, you recoil, everything goes in, right? You feel separate, you feel isolated, you feel different from others. You feel me against the world. Whereas when you're relaxed, you feel more open. You feel more. Just think of any Diwali party, any time when you're having a good time, you don't feel separate from others. There is no sense of, oh, I need to take care of myself, I need to protect myself. You're having a good time. Whereas when you're stressed and tensed, you feel separate, right? So relaxation in the body can feel like everything people have mentioned, where the tightness, stiffness, etc. goes away. It can also be noticed in your breathing. When you're usually breathing from your abdomen, you're in a very relaxed state. So we use three main muscles to breathe. One is the clavicular muscles, the intercostal muscles, which is your rib cage muscle, and your abdominal muscle. Okay, so what I want you to do right now is keep your right hand on your abdomen, left hand on your chest, and just breathe normally. It doesn't need to be slow or deep or anything. And notice which part is moving. Is the chest moving or the abdomen is moving? And just notice, is your abdomen coming out as you're breathing in or going in as you're breathing in? If you're breathing from your abdomen. Once you've noticed this, just again put your hands down and unmute or put it into the chat. Did your chest move? Did your abdomen move? Which part of your body was moving?
In my case, Preeti, it was the abdomen moving out
Abdomen was moving.
when
Yeah. And it was
I'm
moving out when you're breathing in, right?
when I'm
Oh,
breathing in, but I could feel the sensation even on the chest. My left hand
yeah.
felt.
Yeah. So sometimes even the chest and the abdomen moves. Sometimes only the chest moves. Sometimes only the abdomen moves.
Okay.
Right. So it's good to see. Abdomen moves. For many people, abdomen moved. And even if your chest is moving, it's absolutely fine. It is just to understand where you're breathing from, right? Now, why am I talking about breath at all? Because for the accelerator of the mind, breath is the brake. Okay, just imagine that you are getting, I mean, all of us have experience going to a medical center where you're going to a doctor for an injection or anything else. You're usually asked to slow down your breathing. Now, why are you asked to slow down your breathing? Because it is a biological indicator to your brain that you're okay. Relax. You're informing your brain that you're fine. And that is the easiest biological way to do it. That is why when you feel anxious, etc., a lot of practices are revolved around breathing. Because when you're slowing, it's like the brake and it calms your mind. It reduces the cortisol, adrenaline, all the production in the body. And your brain knows that you're safe. That is why we do these breathing practices, right? So why noticing where you're breathing from is important. When you're highly agitated, you're usually breathing from your clavicles. Just notice next time and observe for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Observe for yourself when you're angry, when you're upset, when you're crying. Where are you breathing from? Usually it is short breaths you're taking. Your body feels very unsafe. You're breathing from here. Usually in activity, we're breathing from the intercostal muscles, right? From the chest area. And the abdomen we breathe from when we are very relaxed. Okay. So this is the diaphragm. This is the lungs. Okay. So when your diaphragm goes down and your lungs expand fully, that's when your abdomen comes out, when you're breathing. Most of us usually are breathing from our chest area. right? So just slowing down our breathing itself can cause some rest and relaxation in the body, right? And relaxation doesn't have to feel the spa kind of relaxation. It can be very mild. You might just notice the tightness reducing a little around the shoulder. You might just notice your body loosening a little bit. But that is an affirmation and indicator to the brain that you're okay. Okay, so now we'll start doing, I'll take you through two breathing practices. One will be a simple yogic breathing or abdominal breathing where you inhale and exhale from your nose. And the other is something known as five-finger breathing. Both of these practices focus on slowing your breath down. And always remember, when you do yoga or anything else, you're advised to do deep breaths, right? It is okay to breathe deeply, but don't go. That's not deep breathing. Okay? Slow and gentle precede the depth. Some of us might not be able to breathe in and out from our abdomen right away. It might take us some time, and that's okay. But just be sure that you're breathing slowly and gently. Anywhere you do, if your yoga instructor, teacher, anyone gives you a certain number of counts, in case you start gasping for breath, then do to your capacity and build your capacity. Don't ever force, because breathing has to be effortless to a certain extent. Or the more efforting you're putting in your breathing, the more you're agitating your system. Okay, so the first practice will be abdominal breathing. You keep your right hand on your abdomen, left hand on your chest. It's also known as equal count breathing. You can take 4 counts in. Inhale, 2, 3, 4 through your nose. And gently exhale through your nose again. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And do your best to breathe in and out from your abdomen, such that your abdomen moves out and moves in. It needs to be slow and gentle. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Now repeat this for a couple of cycles at a pace that works for you. Do 2, 3 more cycles. 4 counts in, 4 counts out. Moving your chest as little as possible. Doing your best to breathe in and out from your abdomen. The key is be slow and gentle. Now just close your eyes. You can put your hands down and just stay with how your body feels. If there's relaxation, notice which parts of the body are feeling relaxed. Is it the shoulder, the chest, the abdomen, or your entire body? Use the word rest to just anchor your attention into that and stay with it. Now gently, whenever you're ready, transition out. And again, just put into chat or unmute and share how are you feeling right now? Are you noticing any kind of change, any kind of relaxation? And if you're not feeling relaxed, that's also absolutely fine. So research finds that almost 30% of the people have trouble focusing on their breath, right? That's why in Unified Mindfulness system, we focus on bodily sensations as well for relaxation. We just don't focus on breath. But in my experience, I've found breathing practices to be very powerful in biologically just relaxing the body instantly. So just let me know, was it relaxing? Did you notice any shift in the body? Felt relaxed? Yes. Relaxed on the shoulder? Yes.
Yes, so in the beginning of the practice, I was feeling little drowsy,
Yeah.
but after I have practiced this breathing
Yeah.
mechanism, my drowsiness also gone, and I'm feeling more relaxed,
Yeah.
composed,
Yeah.
and thoughts are also not bothering. Yeah,
Yes.
that feels good.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So, how is it a mindfulness practice, right? We'll come to that. Before that, I see a message. I do feel more restful in my lower body. I also, however, noticed my thoughts drifting and I had to bring it back. Thank you, Nisha, for that. Yes, it is possible for thoughts to drift. It's a default mode, okay? Thoughts will happen. And the whole process of mindfulness is where we are training our attention to come back to what we are prioritizing. So your distraction is actually your dumbbell in practice. You're training your attention so each time you're bringing your attention back, you're strengthening the skill of concentration. So we never consider distraction as a problem. Thoughts are our dumbbells. They are like 5 kg to 25 kgs, depending on the kind of thoughts you have. Some you can come back quickly and some are too sticky. It takes a long time to come back, right? So with what Vikas said about the breathing practice, one is, yes, you do feel a lot more relaxed and at times you won't have thoughts, primarily because you're bringing your attention, you're synchronizing with the breathing and the counts. So your mind is occupied with that. So automatically your attention usually stays with it. But like Ms. Nisha said, sometimes the thoughts can drift. It's absolutely fine. So how is this a mindfulness practice? There are three skills in mindfulness. The skill of concentration. The first skill of concentration we are building in this practice by training our attention to stay with our breath. In this case, we are focusing on the movement of the abdomen. You can focus if the breath is hot or cold. The clarity on what you're focusing on in mindfulness becomes very important, right? So which part of your breath are you focusing? Are you focusing on your abdomen? You can keep focus on your abdomen all through the practice. So that is the skill of concentration you're building. Sensory clarity is, are you aware in real time what is happening in your system? Knowing that I'm not having thoughts or knowing that I'm getting pulled away from thoughts is sensory clarity, right? And knowing that I'm feeling relaxed or not feeling relaxed is sensory clarity skill. That's the second skill you develop. And the third skill, of course, is equanimity, where being okay with, however it feels. You might feel sleepy at times, you might feel distracted at times. Being okay, irrespective of how it feels, and staying with the practice helps you build the skill of equanimity. That's how you build the skills in breathing practices. Breathing practices, I would always suggest do for 5 minutes at a time. Don't do it at a stretch without an instructor, a pranayam instructor, or someone being around. Because what tends to happen is you're suddenly oxygenating your system by slowing your breathing down. Some people do develop a headache, some people do develop lightheadedness, and you just don't want to overdo something, right? You can't go to the gym and pick 25 kgs altogether. So do 5 minutes. Ideally, what I recommend people to do is before they start their main mindfulness practice, start with a breathing practice. Do a 2-minute breathing practice and then dive into your mindfulness practice. Night before you go to bed, do a breathing practice. Okay. Now, the second breathing practice is 5-finger breathing.
Preeti, I have a couple of questions, if you don't
Yes.
mind.
Yes, please.
Preeti, one thing is we're not holding our breath in this case at
No,
all.
no, no. There are no breath holding practices. Breath holding practices, we'll do it later, but breath holding practices, we need to take care that somebody doesn't have BP, doesn't have cardiac issues. So anyone with BP, cardiac issues, etc., you don't usually recommend for them to hold their breath. So
Okay.
that is why in a group setting where I am not sure of what the group is, I don't really take on breath holding practices.
Okay. The other thing is like when you said count, supposing whatever count you're taking in and out
Yeah,
should be the same. But
equal
when,
count. Yeah.
yeah, but when we're usually doing the practice in the morning and the evening, when you say exhale a little longer than you
Yeah.
inhale.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? What's the logic? Just wanted to
Yeah.
know that.
So it's like exercises, right? It's like different exercises for different reasons. So equal count breathing is what is the abdominal breathing or yogic breathing. When I ask you to exhale longer, with longer exhalations, your relaxation, you feel a lot more relaxed in the body. So you can do longer exhalations at other times, but when you're doing this particular practice, it's equal count breathing. Breathe in and breathe out the same number of counts.
Understood. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Thank you. So now we'll do 5-finger breathing. So 5-finger breathing again might seem very simplistic, but it's a very powerful practice. I'll share a video from Dr. Judd Brewer where he explains how it helps with anxiety. Okay. Now, again, this is not to say people should not take therapy or go to other modalities, which are the primary modalities for care for anxiety. But this is a complementary tool that you can use. And secondly, it doesn't need to be a clinical level of anxiety for you to use this. Apply it every day. So whenever anxious thoughts or feelings come in, you can always use it, right? So this is 5-finger breathing. Keep your left hand palm facing your face, your right hand index finger at the base. And as you inhale, move your finger up. And as you exhale, run it down. Just like as a kid, you used to trace your finger. Inhale up, exhale down. All across the 5 fingers, slow and gentle, inhaling upwards, exhaling downwards. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Do it at a pace that works for you. Just slow your breathing a little more than your normal breathing. And once you reach the base of the thumb, you can go in the reverse direction. And do at least 5 cycles of this. One cycle is both ways, up to the thumb and back. And keep your breathing slow, gentle. As you go up, you inhale. Down, you exhale. So your attention is on the movement of the hand, the sensation of the touch, and your breathing. As you breathe, you can notice if your abdomen is coming out, but if it feels too much to focus on multiple things, just stay with synchronizing the movement and the breath. Knowing this does not help. Doing it is what will help you. Information does not translate to action. So as you inhale, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Whenever you're done with 3 to 5 cycles, just close your eyes. Just notice how it feels in the body. Relaxation can feel, rest can feel like relaxation. It can also feel like less activation. You notice less tightness, heaviness. May not be fully relaxed, but it's reduced. Or rest can also be noticing absence of sensations in the body. Now, whenever you feel complete, you can open your eyes and just share how it felt for you. May not be relaxed, may be relaxed, whatever came up. Yeah, Sonal.
See, for me, I think it was, I could not concentrate on both the movement and the breathing.
Yeah. So what did you end up doing then?
I got distracted kind of.
You were toggling, yeah. So the thing is synchronizing the breath. So what you were doing in abdominal breathing was you were counting 4, inhaling 4, exhaling 4. Okay. So for many of us, counting itself becomes a challenge. So just instead of the count, you're using this to breathe in. So you're using inhale, exhale, right? So try it and see if it works for you. And again, this is a options of practice I'm giving you. The reason why 5-finger breathing works beautifully well for many people is because touch is one of our primal instincts. When we were born, touch, food, and air were the 3 things we craved for, right? So the moment you're touching, there is a self-soothing that tends to happen. And secondly, your attention stays with the synchronizing of the finger. So your attention is hooked in one place. You're not drifting away to thoughts as much as you would when you're doing just the normal breathing practice. And thirdly, it also gives you a kind of rhythm to do breathing. A lot of people get very bored with just doing counts and breathing, so it helps them, right? Sonali, I would suggest try it out and let me know how it goes. Because we'll do 5-finger breathing for the next week before we start our practice every single day. So we'll take one breathing practice for a week and do it. So again, you will know which one resonates more with you. Yeah. Anyone else has anything to ask or share? Yes, Bikash.
Yeah, I felt it really worked, and it is wonderfully well a mindfulness practice. I felt.
Yeah.
However, I had one urge of reversing and doing the with the other hand also.
Yeah. And that's okay to do it, but the recommendation is to stay with one, because then that becomes a distraction also, right? So it's okay. Either see, with any kind of mindfulness practice, what you plan to do, you decide before the practice. During
Yeah,
the practice, these urges are actually distractions,
right.
right? So they're taking you away from what you need to focus on. So just try to stick with it. If you want to do it that way, feel free to do it. Do the right hand, then the left hand. That's fine. As long as you're slowing your breathing down and synchronizing the breath.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, wonderful. And I see Anjaneya having mentioned, I felt tightness in the diaphragmatic, in the diaphragm area. So Anjaneya, was the tightness uncomfortable, unpleasant? And were you trying to breathe too hard? You can unmute or just comment, whatever works.
It's not like more uncomfortable, but I felt like tightness in that area. That's it.
Yeah, but were you trying to breathe too hard? Were you trying, okay, I'm trying to keep up, keep up?
No, it's not like that. Mm, when I tried to breathe, it's just like normal, but afterwards it's felt like tightness.
Felt
Last,
like tightness. Yeah, towards the end. Yeah. And you didn't feel breathless or anything, right?
no.
Okay. So just make sure that when you're breathing, it is slow and gentle. That's the key. And if the tightness gets uncomfortable, then stop doing it, right? At any point, if you feel in any breathing practice, something is getting uncomfortable, don't keep continuing with it, stop doing, because it has to be effortless and easy. Breathing has to be that way, right? So these are two breathing practices for creating rest in the body. Now, the feel rest technique as given by Unified Mindfulness is basically to find or create rest in the body. Okay. Now, rest is relaxation in the body, or it can be absence of sensations. Like if you see the tip of the earlobes, tip of the nose, your hands, sometimes there's no sensation, or the sole of the feet, no sensations. Even focusing on areas which have no sensations can be very relaxing at times, right? And sometimes noticing that we don't have any emotions right now, no emotional sensations are present right now, can also be very relaxing. So in this practice, the entire focus is on the body. So anything you see, sounds you hear, thoughts you have, all are a distraction. You will keep going there and keep coming back. The label you'll use is rest or feel. So label is actually a word we use when we stay with an experience. Why we use a label is, one, for concentration, so that we can stay with that experience. Two, for sensory clarity. Our mind is so used to activity that it has forgotten the other end of the spectrum, rest. You don't need to go to a vacation to experience rest. You can do it right here, right now. So priming the mind time and again that this is rest, this is what rest looks like, this is what relaxation looks like, is the goal of the practice. Okay. And trying to create that for ourselves on a daily basis, where we're trying to relax the body. Now, if you go into the biological reasons for it, because of stress, your cortisol levels go up, your stress hormones go up, and you also have tightness in the body. There is muscular tightness all over the body. Sometimes you feel it around the neck, the shoulders, the back. Sonali mentioned the jaw. For me, it is the forehead. You feel it in various areas. This again comes from the primitive nature of the brain, where it is trying to protect your body from losing blood. Because for it, danger is still that saber-toothed tiger out there, right? It is not that your Kamwali bai hasn't come. It doesn't care. So it keeps tightening the muscles. But being sure that you're relaxing your muscles enough times during the day helps you create rest. Okay. So rest can be relaxation. It can be less activation. It can be total absence of sensations or absence of emotions. That's what we'll focus on in this practice. Okay. And in this practice, also the other thing we're going to focus on is training our attention to stay with bodily sensations for a few seconds. So what, I mean, we know pain. Okay. We know of pain rather. But do you know what pain feels like in real time? I have a headache. From yesterday, I have a headache, will tell. But how does headache feel like in my body, moment by moment? You'll start noticing it's not same. It keeps changing, right? Being able to notice bodily sensations also helps you stay calm, down regulates your body. And it is a mindfulness practice. We are still training our attention to stay with experiences. Okay. So in this practice, what we'll do is we'll move from the top of the head to the tip of the toe. There are beautiful practices on YouTube that you'll find for progressive muscular relaxation. This is not a progressive muscular relaxation practice. Certain parts of it, I'll ask you to tighten, relax muscles, but other parts, I'll just ask you to notice the sensations, right? So in field rest, you can do with a body scan practice where you're scanning various parts of the body. You're noticing, is there rest? Is there no rest? Okay. And you can do it with progressive muscular relaxation. You can do it with yoga nidra. You can do it with NSDR, non-sleep deep rest. All of these come under feel rest practices. Okay. So right now to start, you can also do
Priti,
this
I have a
line.
question. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you're saying we focus on a physical sensation, physical body
Yeah,
sensations,
yeah,
and if I want to get a relaxation
yeah,
experience,
yeah.
so supposing when I'm talking now, I have got a stretch in my leg. So I don't go to the leg, I go to my hand, or where I don't get the sensation, or deliberately go there, go to every part of my body, or avoid the part where there is activity?
Yeah, so feel rest as a practice. You're focusing on relaxation. Okay. But what tends to happen is not every time you're going to find relaxation. Okay. So you don't want to get agitated. There will be days you don't feel relaxed. There will be days you won't have relaxation. You will have a fever, you'll have body pain, etc. Then focus on whatever is available to you in the body. The key is you're training your attention to stay with an experience for a few seconds. The relaxation part of it biologically helps your body. Making sense? So even if there's a stretch in your leg, you can focus on it right now. Even if you want to focus on the hands, you can focus on it right now. But the key is, see, all these are ultimately we're focusing on the same aspect of the body, which is bodily sensations. But the lens we are using is different. In Feel Rest, we're using the lens of relaxation. In Feel, we are using the lens of just sensations. Ritu, was that helpful?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little, I'll
Confused. Yeah, yeah.
confused. I mean, this is,
I'll
if
take you through the practice.
yeah,
Go
yeah,
through the
sorry,
practice and then
maybe
we'll
I've
talk
jumped.
about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure, please.
yeah.
Thank you.
So you can stretch up, settle in, lengthen your spine, relax your shoulders. And just, if you want, you can even lie down, but put your knees up as you're practicing. Fold your knees up and keep. So you don't want to sleep as you practice. Just start by taking a few slow and gentle breaths. You can do the abdominal breathing. Inhale 4 counts and exhale 4 counts. Repeat it 2 to 3 times. Allow your forehead to relax, your jaw to open, your shoulder to drop. And gently, whenever you're ready, bring your attention to your forehead. Just notice if there are any sensations there. Whatever is coming up there, use the word feel and stay with it. At times, just taking your attention there can relax that area. If it is restful, label it as rest. Now gently raise your eyebrows, hold your forehead tight for a few seconds and release. You can also squeeze your eyes tight, hold it for a few seconds and release. Now gently smile as broadly as you can. Don't worry about how it looks. Hold it for a few seconds and release. Just scan your face and see if there's any kind of rest or relaxation available to you. You can repeat it again. Raise your eyebrows, squeeze your eyes, smile as broadly as you can. Use the word rest to stay with relaxation. And if you're not able to find relaxation, use the word feel. Now gently bring your attention down to your neck, the front of your neck, the back of your neck, the sides of your neck. And just stay if you're able to notice any kind of sensation there. Now just try to mentally use the word relax, release as you place your attention there. If it's restful, use the word rest to stay with it. Else, feel. Your attention drifts into thoughts, sounds, images. Gently bring it back to the body. Now slowly move down to your shoulder, your upper arm, your forearm, both your wrists, your palms, your thumb, your index finger, your middle finger, ring finger, little finger. Notice any kind of sensation present, maybe pleasant, maybe unpleasant. Now gently make a fist out of both your hands, tighten it, hold it for a few seconds and release. Now gently bring your attention to your chest and abdomen. Notice the sensations in that area. And as you exhale, see if it feels relaxing there. If it's restful, label it as rest, else label it as feel. Your upper back, your middle back, your lower back. Gently push your shoulder blades behind, tighten your back, hold it for a few seconds and release. If it feels restful, use the word rest, else use the word feel. If you're sleepy, you can label out loudly. Now gently relax your pelvic area. And feel free to skip any area you're not comfortable with. Now gently move down to both your thighs. Tighten the muscles in your thighs. Hold it for a few seconds and release. Tighten your calf muscles. Hold it. Release. Gently curl your toes inward. Hold it for a few seconds. Release. Again, scan your legs. If it feels restful, use the label rest, else feel. Now just place your attention across your entire body and just freely float your attention and see if rest or relaxation is available to you. If you're able to find it, you can find it in neutral body parts like the sole of the hand or palms of the feet. If there's not much activity happening there, the sole of your feet and palms of your hand. You may also be able to find it in your exhalations in your breath as you breathe out. Use the label rest so your attention stays with your body. And notice the quality of rest. How does it feel in your body? How do you know you're feeling relaxed? What is that sensation of relaxation? Just continue to freely float your attention across the body, wherever your attention is drawn to. Try to find rest there or create it. You can create rest by tightening, relaxing muscles. by using the word relax, release, soften. Just see what feels right for you, and we'll do it for another minute. Try to find or create rest in the body. Attention gets pulled into thoughts, images, sounds. Gently bring it back just to the body. Maybe noticing contact points between the body and the chair or the floor is also relaxing for you. Just see what feels like rest for you. And notice the quality of rest. What is activity? What is rest? Try to find or create rest in the body. Just notice your forehead. At times when you're trying to focus too hard, your forehead is tight. Relax it. And just open your mouth, release your jaws. That's another way of creating rest. Now gently take 3 slow breaths, each time exhaling longer than you inhale. You can exhale through your mouth. Rub your palms together, place it over your eyes, and gently transition out. So this is one way of doing the feel rest practice. There are many ways of doing it. It would be wonderful to hear some people share their experiences. Any questions? It's all welcome. Ritu, is it clear for you now why I asked to focus on the sensations?
No, no, absolutely. And I felt that even the parts which were not so restful
Yeah.
in terms of the stretch and all that, it wasn't bad. I mean,
Yes.
like you said, that the sensations are not the same throughout. The intensities change, and yeah, it was fun.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Poonam, I noticed you're unmuted.
Yes. So, yeah, so it felt relaxing when we were doing, I was doing the face wala part, thoda sa chaotic it felt
Yeah.
because we're tightening the forehead and eyes. So, but as soon as it came to the abdomen area, it felt relaxing there. And in fact, wherever there was a little pain, it was going there again to get that relaxation out of it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wonderful. For some people, when you relax the muscles, the pain can dissipate, okay? Because what happens is your muscles tighten and they try to hold your pain in one place. So when the muscles loosen, the pain can spread. So don't worry about it. That is one thing. And the second thing to kind of remember is also to notice that any part of the body you're not comfortable going to, you can skip that part. You don't have to feel compelled to stay with that part or go there. We want to be trauma informed, and we want to be kind of careful about how much we want to handle at a time. Yes, we want to do mindfulness practice, but we don't want to kill ourselves over it, right? That's the goal of the practice. So hope that helped, Poonam. So don't
Yes,
worry
yes.
if the face, and something to just notice is you don't need to, if you're again tightening too much or whatever, you don't need to do it to that extent.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It can
Yeah.
just be opening your jaw a little,
Mhm.
right? Even that can feel relaxing. So just find what really feels relaxing for
Right.
you at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Initially, I couldn't find rest. This is Miss Nisha. Towards end, I felt like the tip of my nose was where I found rest. Then I felt like a tingling sensation and more rest throughout. Yes, at times rest will spread. You will find it in one part of the body, and then you will notice spread all across the body, right? So just get curious about rest. We talk so much about rest. Many clients who I ask, how do you experience rest? They're like, we watch Netflix. Netflix doesn't help your body relax, right? So these are mediums and ways that we use to relax the body, and doing it repeatedly, you're informing your brain you're safe. You start becoming more open to experiences. You become less of, it just increases relaxation in the body. You end up dealing with whatever comes up along your way, because your skills are also building. You're still continuing to build concentration, clarity, and equanimity, right? Basically the tip of the nose, tip of the earlobes, all these are very neutral parts. Nothing much is happening there. So just focusing on it for some time can be very relaxing. And you might struggle, okay, where does the tip of my nose? How do I really focus on it? And that's okay, but do experiment with it. We'll do it all through the month. We'll toggle between feel rest and see here feel. We may do see here feel on some days, but we'll see how that goes. Any other questions or anything with feel rest? Feeling complete? That's wonderful. So this is the practice for the month that we'll be doing all through the month. I would also be sharing some videos on non-sleep, deep rest in between, yoga nidra, and these are by different professionals. You feel free to use it at your own time, because these have been very helpful to me when I went through a very difficult time in my life. I used to really rely on feel rest practices, because you need some form of physical relaxation, especially when you're going through difficult times. And that is the time we don't want to do anything, unfortunately. So they keep these videos and do try them. And I would recommend doing feel rest before going to bed as the last thing. Those of you who have sleep issues, get up in the night multiple times, not able to go back to sleep, etc., I would recommend that. In fact, Poonam, we were talking about this. Yes, I would
Yeah.
recommend
Yes.
that you come back to bed and you just scan your body, like from one part to the other part to the other part to the other part. So what you're doing is you're training your attention to stay with bodily sensations. You're not going into that spiraling thoughts. It helps with that. And secondly, it becomes relaxing for your body. Even if you're not getting the sleep, at least your body feels relaxed and rested.
Right. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That
So
is
try
helpful.
it and let me know.
Yes.
You will be
Yeah.
tempted to pick your phone if you're not getting sleep. Best to avoid, because it really wouldn't help in going back.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And also, Preeti, you said you are a practitioner with the universal mind something, right?
No, unified mindfulness. That's
Unified
the
mind.
system I teach. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Is there a institute or something, or is it like
It
a
is an organization in the
organized?
US. It's an
Okay,
organization in the US. I'll share across the website. So you
okay.
you can learn to teach, you can join the community and practice with the community. You're welcome to participate in any way you want to with UN.
Sure. Yeah, that'll be great if you can share that
Yeah, I'll share.
information as
I'll
well.
share.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm.
Anything else? Feeling complete? Great. Have a lovely weekend. And yeah, Sonali.
One thing I would like to share,
Yeah.
when you breathe in and then breathe out through mouth,
Yeah.
I feel that more relaxed.
Yes, yes. So that's a different type of breathing practice known as pursed lip breathing. We'll do that as well. So again, that's what I'm saying, it's breathing practices, but the thing is you have to try to know what works for you. Right. And at the end of the day, all these practices are helping regulate the body in one way or another. So it doesn't matter which practice you're doing, but the key is you might find some more relaxing than the other. Some are energizing practices, some are relaxing practices. Like if you do pranayam, you're doing bhastrika or you're doing kapalbhati, they energize you, right? You feel more energized. Whereas some, in fact, the beauty of, if anyone of you is interested in doing pranayam, there is a Yoga Institute of Mumbai has a beautiful teachers training program, not teachers, but advanced pranayam program. And you can do that. Or even their app, Nispand, is a beautiful one. It's some $100 for a month. You get daily yoga sessions and small pranayam videos that you can practice with the teacher. So pranayam, I would say, if you can integrate it in your daily life, it becomes very, very helpful. So do try, and we'll experiment and we'll see what works for us, right? So thank you. Thank you so much for sharing, Sonali. Thank you everyone for being here. Have a lovely weekend. Bye.
Thank you, Preeti. Thanks. Have a wonderful
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you very much, Preeti.
Thank you. Thank you, Lakshmi ma'am. Nice to see you here. Bye-bye.
Yeah, same here. It was
Thank
very
you.
nice.
You.
Enjoyed this session and very positive also. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.